Would it be wrong just to have you eating a sandwich? You know, cause
I don't think, because that's the whole point, it's to be normal. Okay, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go a bit more in depth with this K20 Elise R. We're going to show you a bit more in depth of the actual tuning process we do with the Hondata. And let you see exactly sort of the rough sort of processes of what we go through. Obviously you can wait because it takes sort of 5 to 6 hours to go through the whole process, but we'll give you a bit of a sneak preview, and then as we make more and more content, we'll be able to show you a bit more and hopefully teach some of you guys how to probably tune your own cars, or at least set up. We should actually do a video on setting up a K Pro, like a base setup. We'll actually do that, that'll be good. But yeah, we're gonna get stuck into this Elise R. I'll start showing you a bit of in-depth knowledge about it. The plan is to, from the K100, is we're going to fit a new ECU with K Pro 4 in it, and then tune it to suit the K-swap that's already done to it. But we need to see where we're going to start from. I'm sure the car has been mapped before, but the owner doesn't have any information on it. He doesn't know anything really about it, so that's why it's here to get the newer generation of the Hondata system into it. So it means he can obviously view all the data live on his phone, and then yeah, obviously then he knows exactly what way it's running because we've set it up.
so what do you think getting in and out of it?
Yeah, I end up with a sore arse.
They're not easy to get in and out of.
It's an absolute disaster. I've hit my hip twice. I've actually another customer will let get into it, and he actually got stuck. He literally got stuck. Seriously, gonna film me getting out of this?
Yes, mate.
Go on.
Easy.
Base run done, and the car's running so lean. It's not even close. So we've got an awful lot of work ahead of it. You can see this is our guideline, 13.1 AFR, and as you can see, the car is running very lean at some point. A real lean spot where it hits VTEC, it just runs really badly lean. That'll be something I'll have to fix. Which also you can see the way it shows here. The actual loss in power as well, which is, this is programmed in by Honda. Honda does on purpose to give you the kick, the feel of power as the cam crosses over for VTEC. So that's something we'll be getting rid of. So there'll be a nice curve where we finish it. But start off what 203 and 134. So now we pretty much base our figures off wheel horsepower. It's 185 the wheels, 134 torque. So I have to start tuning it. Okay, so we've started off there. We've done all our low cam preliminary runs, and you can see in the graph we have overlaid the 0, 10, 20, 30 and 40, 50 degree cam angles. And you can see here we've tested them all. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and tune them all. Just trying to see exactly where the starting point was at. We're going to tune them, And then we're going to move on to the high cam, which will see the fuller graph, that'll show you how far out they are. And then obviously we blend it all together and you're left with a finished map, and just have to engage VTech as to where it's best to be optimized from. Okay, so the release is all finished. The peak figure we weren't overly happy with, but we'll show you here exactly where it started and where it's finished. Okay, so we can see the figures there. It started at 203 and it's finished at 207. Now that is the peak figure. So if you actually look, the green line is where the car started from, and the blue, the red, is obviously now that it's finished. So if you actually look at it, it makes power the way through the rev range. The big gain is, if you look there, VTech originally is 5800. We have it set, I'm pretty sure on this, at 5100. Now that is actually quite high to where we usually set VTech. We usually have it in around 4900, but it seems to be, if you follow the graph on, the car just after sort of 7700 RPM, the car cannot, the engine, the K-swap cannot breathe. So we've put that down to, we've pulled the back of the car apart and had a look at the actual manifold and exhaust setup. The actual collector part of the manifold doesn't even look 2.5 inch. And then it literally has like 3 literally 180 degree turns the air has to do before it actually exits the exhaust. Plus the actual exit, here, the exit itself is pretty small. I think, I don't even know if that's 2 inches. Like, fair enough, there's two of them, but the restriction is there, which, yeah, with a better exhaust system and manifold setup, I'm pretty sure this car would gain at least 20 horsepower. So you can see the torque figures there, you know, went from 143 to 160 foot-pounds. Usually they would make sort of late 165, 170, but I'd say with a better manifold setup and exhaust setup in this car, it'd be an instant 15 to 20 horsepower gain. But the car will be night and day driving, especially with all the additional features of K Pro. I'm sure the customer will be really happy with it. So yep, that's another one done.